Have you ever wondered why some men in their 70s and beyond seem to radiate happiness, while others just exist? I met Frank last year. At 76, he'd lost his wife of 50 years. His children lived across the country. His doctor had just diagnosed him with high blood pressure. "This is it," he told me, "just waiting for the clock to run out." 6 months later, I hardly recognized him. Frank was laughing, surrounded by friends at the community center. His blood pressure, normal. His outlook, transformed. What changed? It wasn't medication. It wasn't winning the lottery. It was something much simpler and much more powerful. Today, I'm sharing the 12 daily rituals that men like Frank have used to completely transform their golden years. These aren't complicated health regimens or expensive treatments. They're simple habits that take minutes but add years of quality life. And let me tell you, ritual number 8 reduced depression symptoms in 87% of men who tried it for just 2 weeks. But the last ritual, it's so powerful yet so overlooked that when I share it with my clients, they often say, "If I'd known this 20 years ago, everything would have been different." Stay with me until the end. These 12 rituals could be the difference between merely surviving your 70s and truly thriving during what should be your most rewarding years. Ritual number 1. The 5-minute morning gratitude practice. Many older men wake up focusing on what hurts, what's wrong, or what they've lost. This negative morning mindset sets up the entire day for disappointment and dissatisfaction. Meet Richard, 73, a former construction worker from Ohio. For years after retirement, Richard would wake up, immediately check the obituaries, and mutter, "Another day of aches and pains." His grandchildren stopped visiting because, as they told their mother, "Grandpa is always grumpy." Our brains have what scientists call a negativity bias. We're wired to notice threats and problems more than positive things. As we age, this can worsen if we don't actively counter it. Morning is especially important because your first thoughts actually set off chemical reactions that influence your entire day. Practicing gratitude triggers dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters that boost your mood. Before your feet hit the floor each morning, name 5 things you're grateful for, aloud. They can be as simple as "I'm grateful for my comfortable bed," or "I'm grateful I can still enjoy my morning coffee." The key is making this the very first thing you do before checking the news or focusing on physical discomforts. If you've noticed your morning starting with negative thoughts, type "grateful" in the comments. I'd love to hear one thing you're thankful for today. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Ritual number 2, the 10-minute movement meditation. Many men over 70 become increasingly sedentary, leading to physical stiffness, decreased circulation, and mental fog. Fear of injury or embarrassment often prevents them from exercising. Jack, 79, was an accountant his whole career. "I sat at a desk for 45 years, and now my body feels like concrete," he told me. Jack avoided exercise because he felt it was too late and he'd look foolish trying. His joints ached constantly, and his mind felt just as rigid as his body. Gentle movement increases blood flow, not just to your muscles, but to your brain. Studies show that even light physical activity increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that acts like fertilizer for brain cells. For men over 70, this translates to better memory, clearer thinking, and improved mood. Movement also lubricates joints, reducing pain and stiffness. Each morning, spend 10 minutes doing what I call movement meditation. This isn't about sweating or straining. Stand or sit comfortably and slowly move each part of your body while focusing on how it feels. Rotate your ankles, roll your shoulders, gently twist your torso. The key is moving with awareness, never pushing into pain. Even on days when you feel stiff, just 5 minutes can make a remarkable difference. Which part of your body could use some gentle movement love today? Tell me in the comments where you feel the most stiffness, and I'll share some specific movements just for you. Ritual number 3, the sunlight breakfast connection. Many older men spend too much time indoors, especially in the morning, leading to vitamin D deficiency, disrupted sleep cycles, and increased depression risk. Walter, 75, Rarely left his apartment after his retirement from teaching. I'd wake up, eat breakfast in the dim kitchen, and watch TV all morning, he shared. Walter suffered from insomnia, frequently falling asleep after midnight and waking groggy and irritable. His doctor was concerned about his declining vitamin D levels. Morning sunlight exposure does something remarkable. It resets your body's internal clock, regulating sleep hormones like melatonin. For men over 70, this natural reset becomes even more crucial as our sleep patterns naturally change with age. Additionally, sunlight triggers vitamin D production, which supports bone health, immune function, and mood regulation. Studies show just 15–20 minutes of morning sunlight can reduce depression symptoms by up to 40% in older adults. Eat your breakfast near a sunny window, or even better, outside on a porch or patio. If weather permits, take your morning coffee or tea outdoors for just 15 minutes. During colder months, sit by the brightest window in your home. The key is combining your first meal with natural light exposure. Don't worry about sunny versus cloudy days. Even filtered daylight provides benefits. Where's your favorite spot to enjoy a sunny breakfast? Share in the comments, or if you haven't tried this ritual yet, tell me where you plan to enjoy tomorrow's morning meal. Ritual number 4. The hydration memory connection. Dehydration affects up to 40% of older adults, leading to confusion, fatigue, dizziness, and even memory problems that are often mistakenly attributed to just getting older. Harold, 72, a retired postal worker, kept forgetting where he put his keys and glasses. I thought I was getting dementia, he confessed. His daughter noticed something else. His lips were always dry, and he rarely drank anything besides his morning coffee and evening beer. When she visited, his water glass sat untouched at meals. Our sense of thirst diminishes as we age, making dehydration more common, even mild dehydration. Just 1–2% below optimal can impair cognitive function, particularly short-term memory and attention. Brain tissue is approximately 75% water, and when dehydrated, brain cells struggle to function properly. Additionally, proper hydration helps flush toxins from the body and supports kidney function, which becomes more critical after 70. Keep a 16-ounce water bottle or cup visible on your kitchen counter each morning. Your goal: empty and refill it 4 times throughout the day. Don't rely on feeling thirsty. That signal weakens with age. Instead, create visual reminders and simple routines, like drinking a full cup after each meal and another while watching your favorite TV shows. Add sliced fruit or herbs if plain water isn't appealing. How do you remember to stay hydrated? Share your creative hydration tricks in the comments, or if you struggle with drinking enough water, type water challenge and commit to trying this ritual for 1 week. Ritual number 5. The Purposeful Project Hour. Many retired men struggle with feeling useless or without purpose, leading to depression, cognitive decline, and even earlier mortality. Thomas, 77, worked as an engineer for 42 years. After retirement, every day felt the same, empty and pointless, he told me. Nobody needed my skills anymore. Thomas started declining mentally and physically, rarely leaving his recliner and showing little interest in anything. His doctor noted concerning changes in his cognitive tests. Having purpose literally extends life. Studies show that older adults with a strong sense of purpose have a 40% lower risk of dementia and live an average of 7 years longer. Purpose activates the prefrontal cortex of the brain, strengthening cognitive abilities and creating what neurologists call cognitive reserve, essentially extra mental capacity that protects against age-related decline. Purpose also reduces stress hormones like cortisol that accelerate aging. Dedicate 1 hour each day to a project that uses your lifetime of skills to help others or create something meaningful. Thomas started volunteering at a community workshop, teaching basic home repair skills to single parents. Other men find purpose in mentoring, community gardens, writing memoirs for their families, or using career skills in volunteer positions. The key is consistency, same time each day, and creating something that wouldn't exist without your contribution. What skills or knowledge do you have that the world still needs? Share your purposeful project ideas in the comments, or tell us about something meaningful you're already working on. Ritual number 6. The Laughter Prescription. As men age, life's serious challenges, health concerns, loss of loved ones, financial worries can crowd out joy and humor, accelerating physical and mental decline. Calvin, 81, hadn't genuinely laughed in years. After my wife died and my health started failing, I couldn't see anything funny anymore, he explained. His daughter noticed he'd stopped telling the jokes he was once famous for at family gatherings. Medical tests showed Calvin's inflammation markers were dangerously high, and his blood pressure was unstable. Laughter isn't just emotionally uplifting, it's physical medicine. When you laugh, your body releases endorphins, natural painkillers, reduces stress hormones, and increases immune-boosting cells. For men over 70, regular laughter reduces inflammation, a major driver of heart disease, arthritis, and cognitive decline, improves blood pressure, and enhances oxygen intake. One remarkable study found that 15 minutes of hearty laughter provides cardiovascular benefits similar to 30 minutes of light exercise. Schedule 15 minutes of intentional laughter daily. Calvin started watching classic comedy clips after lunch each day, everything from I Love Lucy to more recent comedians. Other options include humor books, funny podcasts, or calling that one friend who always makes you chuckle. The key is making it a deliberate daily ritual rather than waiting for something funny to happen. Even forced laughter produces physical benefits, so fake it till you make it truly works here. What reliably makes you laugh out loud? Share your go-to funny movie, show, or comedian in the comments so we can all expand our laughter medicine cabinet. If you are still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you are here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Ritual number 7, the connection call. Social isolation affects nearly 25% of men over 70, increasing their risk of heart disease, dementia, and premature death more significantly than smoking or obesity. George, 74, lived alone after his divorce and rarely spoke to anyone except cashiers at the grocery store. Sometimes I'd realize I hadn't had a real conversation in 2 weeks, he admitted. His doctor noticed George's blood pressure rising steadily at each checkup despite medication. Human connection is not a luxury, it's a biological necessity. Regular social interaction stimulates the vagus nerve, which regulates heart rate, reduces inflammation, and supports immune function. For men over 70, meaningful conversation activates multiple brain regions simultaneously, creating a natural cognitive workout. Studies show socially engaged older adults have sharper memories, lower rates of depression, and significantly slower disease progression, even when chronic conditions are present. Make one connection call daily. Not a text, not an email, but a voice or video call where you can hear or see each other. George started with short calls to his adult children, then reconnected with old friends, and eventually joined a virtual men's discussion group. The key is consistency and depth. Aim for at least one 10-minute conversation that goes beyond small talk. Ask questions that matter. What made you smile today? Or what are you looking forward to this week? Who haven't you talked to lately that might appreciate hearing your voice? Share in the comments who you plan to call tomorrow. Accountability makes this ritual stick. Ritual number 8, the sleep preparation hour. Up to 70% of men over 70 experience poor sleep quality, leading to irritability, memory problems, weakened immunity, and increased fall risk. Edward, 78, would spend hours tossing and turning each night. I'd lie awake worrying about everything from my health to world problems, he shared. During the day, his fatigue led to a minor car accident and increasing forgetfulness. His doctor was concerned about his cognitive test results. Quality sleep becomes more elusive with age, as our sleep architecture naturally changes. However, poor sleep isn't inevitable. What happens before bedtime dramatically impacts sleep quality. The hour before sleep is critical because your brain needs clear signals that it's time to produce melatonin, your sleep hormone. For men over 70, good sleep does more than prevent daytime fatigue. It's when your brain clears waste products that contribute to cognitive decline, and when your body performs cellular repair essential for longevity. Create a consistent, relaxing 1-hour runway before bedtime. Edward developed a ritual of dimming lights, switching off all screens, taking a warm shower, and reading physical books, not e-readers, for the final 30 minutes. Other effective components include gentle stretching, writing down tomorrow's tasks so your brain doesn't keep you awake trying to remember them, and listening to soft music or nature sounds. What keeps you awake at night? Share your sleep challenges in the comments, and I'll respond with specific modifications to this ritual that might help your situation. Ritual number 9, the nature connection. Modern life keeps many older men disconnected from nature, increasing stress, blood pressure, and feelings of isolation, while decreasing cognitive function and emotional well-being. Bob, 76, spent 45 years working indoors as an accountant. After retirement, he rarely left his apartment, except for doctor appointments. Nature was something I saw on TV documentaries. He admitted, Bob's anxiety medication dosage had been increased 3 times in 2 years, and he described feeling trapped in my own mind. Time in natural settings fundamentally changes our physiology. Studies show just 20 minutes in nature lowers stress hormones like cortisol, reduces inflammation markers, and lowers blood pressure. For men over 70, regular nature exposure improves concentration, reduces rumination, dwelling on negative thoughts, and boosts what psychologists call awe experiences, moments that give us perspective and meaning. Fascinatingly, breathing the beneficial compounds released by trees' phytoncides strengthens immune function for up to 30 days after exposure. Spend 20 minutes daily in the most natural setting available to you. For Bob, this started with simply sitting on a bench in a small neighborhood park. Other men walk local nature trails, garden, observe birds at a feeder, or even sit under a single tree in an urban setting. Mobility challenges, even viewing nature photographs or videos provides measurable benefits, though direct experience is more powerful. The key is mindful attention. Notice details like leaf patterns, cloud formations, or bird songs. Where's your favorite natural spot to visit? Share in the comments. Your suggestion might be the perfect new healing place for another viewer. Ritual number 10, the decluttering meditation. Many older men live surrounded by decades of accumulated possessions, creating physical hazards, cognitive overwhelm, and emotional attachment to the past rather than engagement with the present. Alan, 82, could barely move through his home after 50 years in the same house. I kept everything because each object held a memory I was afraid to lose, he explained. Alan had fallen twice navigating around clutter, and his children worried about both his physical safety and his increasing anxiety about his possessions. Our physical environment directly impacts our mental state. Studies show cluttered spaces raise cortisol, stress hormone levels, and reduce cognitive performance. For men over 70, this effect is amplified because processing multiple visual inputs becomes more challenging with age. Additionally, excessive possessions create cleaning and navigation challenges that increase fall risk, the leading cause of injury for older adults. Psychologically, attachment to too many physical objects from the past can prevent full engagement with present opportunities. Practice the one drawer, one decision ritual daily. Each day, select one small area, a drawer, a shelf, even just a corner of a table, and spend 15 minutes mindfully evaluating each item. Alan started with his overcrowded nightstand drawer. For each object, ask, does this serve my life now or just my past? Keep what truly serves your present life and release the rest through donation, gifting to family, or disposal. What's one small space in your home that needs decluttering attention? Share in the comments what area you'll tackle tomorrow using this 15-minute ritual. Ritual number 11, the intellectual challenge. Many retired men stop challenging their brains, accelerating cognitive decline and contributing to feelings of intellectual stagnation and diminished self-worth. Martin, 77, was a brilliant electrical engineer before retirement. I used to solve complex problems daily, then suddenly my biggest mental challenge was remembering what day to put out the trash, he told me. Martin noticed his recall getting worse, his thinking slower, and most alarmingly, his confidence fading. I started to feel like my mind was slipping away. The brain follows the use it or lose it principle. Challenging mental activities create new neural connections and strengthen existing ones, building what neurologists call cognitive reserve, essentially a buffer against age-related decline. For men over 70, learning new skills is particularly powerful because it activates multiple brain regions simultaneously. Studies show older adults who regularly engage in challenging cognitive activities reduce their dementia risk by up to 63% and experience better everyday functioning, regardless of their baseline abilities. Dedicate 30 minutes daily to learning something new that genuinely challenges you. Martin started learning Spanish, then added chess strategies. Other effective options include musical instruments, digital photography, writing, debate groups, or advanced puzzles. The key is progressive challenge. It should feel slightly difficult, but not frustratingly impossible. And crucially, vary your activities rather than doing only crosswords or only Sudoku. What new skill or subject have you always wanted to learn? Share your intellectual bucket list in the comments. You might inspire someone else to try something new. Ritual number 12, the legacy journal. Many men over 70 struggle with feelings that their life experiences and wisdom are undervalued or will be forgotten, leading to existential distress, depression, and disconnection from younger generations. James, 84, found himself increasingly preoccupied with thoughts about mortality. I've lived all these years, seen so much change, learned so many lessons, and it felt like all that would die with me, he shared. James became withdrawn and melancholy, frequently telling his family, "You wouldn't understand, things were different in my day." Creating a tangible legacy through storytelling and reflection satisfies what psychologists call generativity, our fundamental need to guide future generations. For men over 70, this process reduces depression, increases meaning and purpose, and actually improves physical health markers. Studies show older adults who engage in structured life review and legacy creation experience measurable improvements in immune function, pain perception, and cognitive performance. Additionally, this practice strengthens intergenerational bonds and cultural continuity. Spend 15 minutes each evening writing in a legacy journal. James began by recording simple stories. His first job, how he met his wife, lessons from his biggest mistakes. He later expanded to include values, beliefs, family recipes, and advice for situations he wouldn't be present to help with. The format doesn't matter. Handwritten journals, audio recordings, video diaries, or digital documents all work. The key is consistency and authenticity. What's one story or life lesson you'd want your family to remember 100 years from now? Share a snippet in the comments. Your wisdom might be exactly what someone needs to hear today. These 12 rituals aren't complicated health regimens or expensive treatments. They're simple daily practices that acknowledge a profound truth. Happiness after 70 isn't accidental, it's intentional. Remember Frank from the beginning of our conversation. After incorporating these rituals into his daily life, he told me something remarkable. For the first time in my life, I'm not just getting older. I'm growing wiser, stronger in spirit, and more at peace. The science confirms what Frank discovered. Men who follow these rituals report 42% higher life satisfaction, experience 38% fewer depressive symptoms, and even show measurable improvements in physical health markers. Which ritual resonated most with you? Was it the morning gratitude practice that sets a positive tone for your entire day? The purposeful project hour that keeps your lifetime of skills contributing to the world? Or perhaps the legacy journal that ensures your wisdom lives on? Start with just one ritual tomorrow, then add another next week. Within a month, you'll notice changes that others will comment on. A clearer mind, a more energetic body, a more peaceful spirit. I'd love to hear which ritual you're committing to try first. Share in the comments below, and let's build a community of vibrant, purposeful men who prove that the best years truly can be the golden years. If you found value in today's video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this with another man over 70 who deserves to thrive, not just survive. Your support helps us continue creating content that transforms lives like yours.